Swallowed Star 525 Hunting Plan. Chapter 525 Hunting Plan. Huge pit quarters. Luo Feng, who was dressed in the bronze armor, sat on the stone chair and pondered. Qinyo has Blood River crystals. Even though I can get as many as I want, normal warriors can only absorb so many. Hence, the number of crystals he has definitely has a limit, and I am afraid I can at most get 1 or 2 more from him. Luo Feng shook his head. That's definitely not enough. Then, he squinted, there's only one way. So, a blur rushed into the cloud levels, rushing straight into the 18th level. It was Masha Luo Feng, and beside him a silver-white pyramid appeared. He followed the cabin door into the ship. Control room. Luo Feng, what are you doing? Babata's voice resounded in the control room. Why are you using the Masha clansman? A black-armored Masha Luo Feng sat in the wide, comfortable sofa, revealing a smile. Babata, don't worry, I'm using the Masha for the crystals. He swiftly repeated the story of the golden-horned beast and the crystals, also telling him the aim of all this. So absorbing 15 alone isn't enough? Absorbing 10 alone is that heavenly. So what would happen if you continued on? Babata was extremely excited. Masha Luo Feng nodded. Hence, I'll be placing you, the cloud contact vine, and all important treasures on the Masha body, including the life core within this body. Right now, the only thing left in that huge pit quarters is my earth human body. Even if it meets a tragedy and dies, it's nothing. As long as the core was undamaged, even after the 3 bodies are destroyed, they could be regenerated. What you are doing makes sense, leaving the core in the Masha body. In terms of survival, the Masha body with this automaton ship is indeed much safer. Babata admitted. What are you preparing to do now? Hunt. Masha Luo Feng revealed a smile. Blood River continent is endless, with many different worlds, every one of them controlled by sector lords. And the world cities here go up to the tens of millions. The number of sector lords, too, should be that many. As for the number of domain lords, it's 100 times that of the sector lords. Even more shocking. Blood River continent favors the strong, and all these worlds within all contest each other. Every day large amounts of humans die. Every year many domain lords die. What I need to do is to secretly hunt a few domain lords. I won't kill too many either, since there are tens of millions of worlds in this continent. With thousands of places controlled in each world, I just have to kill 1 domain lord each. Hunting close to 10,000 domain lords all over the entire continent wouldn't even be anything. Masha Luo Feng's eyes gleamed with excitement. From 1 domain lord, I can on average get 1 crystal. This way, I can get close to 10,000 Blood River crystals. I believe that this is possible. This close to 10,000 crystals will be enough. Masha Luo Feng said softly. Haha. Vicious. Close to 10,000? Haha, then do it. This is too thrilling. Hurry and leave. Use your universe's strongest assassination clan power. Babata too had been infected by the excitement from Luo Feng's explanation. Hunt. With the entire Blood River continent's countless worlds as his target. Secretly hunting, undetectable. Let's go. Masha Luo Feng ordered. So, the automaton ship resembled a meteorite and swiftly flew in the space outside the world. Blood River continent, Tianyu City. This was an ancient city more than 1 billion kilometers away from the edges of the ancient god ruins. Tianyu City leader's mansion, walkway outside the entrance. You dare to challenge me within my own territory? You are looking for death. Even if you regret it now, it's too late. The green-skinned man with cold eyes, dressed in armor, sat high on a 10 tall grasshopper beast. He gazed down and ordered, Give the order. Bring that Maji family leader here. City leader, that little Maji punk is very arrogant. He keeps butting heads with you, my lord. He should die. However, the Maji family is huge. Hence, it's hard not to have a proud disciple. There's no need. Beside, a cloud-level general in armor said respectfully. Pa. A blur crashed straight into that general, knocking him backwards into a large hotel construct behind, making the entire building explode and crumble with rubble, flying far into the distance and hitting heads of passerbys. Some were simply killed on the spot. Immediately there was chaos in the streets. So, From the crumbled building, a silhouette flew out. It was the pale general who was spitting out blood. He knelt down respectfully. "City leader, I'm wrong, I know my mistake. Remember, Tianyu territory is my territory." The cold gaze of the man swept below. "Whoever I say should die, should die. If you dare question me again, it won't simply be this whip." "Understood, understood." The general was extremely terrified. "Go, and destroy the entire Maji family. If he has to blame someone, then he can blame that punk. My mood was good today, but it was completely destroyed by that little punk. He should take a look at himself first. Something so insignificant, yet he dares to provoke me. I'll destroy their entire family. It is as simple as killing a little bug." The man sat on his grasshopper, ordering the group below him before entering his city leader's mansion. And that general had just stood up. "General." The rest looked at him. "What are you staring at? Hurry and gather the army. We'll go raise the Maji family to the ground." The general shouted. "Yes. The Maji family in this Tianyu city ranks at least in the top 10 families. Just because of that one little punk offending the city leader, they are finished. What a pity. How did that Emochong youth offend the city leader? I don't know. I heard the city leader dressed up as a normal person and brought 2 guards along the West Joya Tower. I don't know what went on with him and Master Emochong. They just clashed. And the young master has always been arrogant today. It was his bad luck that he met the city leader. With his order, the entire Maji family is over. Pity, pity. Pity my ass. The city leader isn't a good person. That Emochong is also a bastard. It's better that more of them die." A large group of people gathered in the distance were discussing. Amongst them, Luo Feng, who was dressed in a casual black long robe, stood and listened. While revealing a smile, he muttered, "I didn't expect to see such a good show here in Tianyu City. City leader? That brutality, I hope I get more crystals from you." "Who?" The black-clothed Luo Feng disappeared without a trace amongst the crowd, invading the city leader's mansion. Within the city leader's mansion, this was a 7-story luxurious palace. A cold-looking man was lying in a 10 long huge bed. 2 beautiful scaled women with scales on their foreheads were massaging him. "Lighter, lighter." Right like that. The man had his eyes closed, ordering them.
"City leader, my sister and I spotted a piece of clothing at the colored clothes pavilion. Buy whatever you see, just buy them. Just settle whatever the amount is with the management in the mansion." The cold-eyed man said casually. "Thank you, city leader." The 2 young ladies said excitedly. The man's lips, however, curled into a smile. Holding such power, such control over people's lives, the feeling of making countless people beg before him. It was simply too wonderful a feeling. My senior sure was stupid, training so hard just to become a world city leader. Is there even a need? I'm living it up, haha, city world leader. Is it so easy to reach there? Life should be this way. Poochie. 3 blood-colored flashes, the cold-eyed man stared in shock. Beside his luxurious huge bed stood a black-clothed man. In his hands he wielded a blade and stared coldly at him. I'm dead? How can this? The man felt his life core shatter within. Even though he was shocked, he was still staring. Simultaneously his consciousness dissipated. His life of extravagance had ended. How rotten. The black-clothed Luo Feng stood beside the bed. He was looking at the 3 bare naked bodies, his eyes cold. Leading such a rotten life, and he managed to become a domain lord. That's simply pure luck. Or should I say it's because of his background? The bigger the background, the more I like. The bigger they are, the more crystal they may potentially have. He swiftly acquired the space ring from that city leader. 2 crystals? Luo Feng smiled. Not bad, it's a good start. After which he waved his hand and the 3 bodies, including that huge bed, were all kept in his space ring. He was prepared to destroy all evidence. Shua! Black-clothed Luo Feng was like a mirage, immediately leaving the mansion and rushing into the skies straight through to the 18th cloud level. After which he sat in the automaton ship, flying in the space above Blood River continent. Kill 1 person and change the location immediately. He was absolutely cautious. With the competition and killing between each sides of the worlds, wars often erupted. And in these messy situations, a domain lord dying occasionally was a normal thing. And sometimes when the domain lords are killed, their underlings don't even know, thinking they might have gone somewhere to train. In space, in a side chamber of the palace, the one in charge of surveillance over the entire Blood River continent. What is His Majesty Luo Feng doing? Why is he always in that automaton ship, flying all over? Entering for a while and coming out again. How is that a while? It's normally a couple of days each. However, this frequency is too high. Just what is he doing? The group of sector lords in charge of surveillance were all curious, because they didn't understand just what Luo Feng was doing. As Masha Luo Feng was hunting, within the huge pit quarters of the ancient god ruins. Luo Feng dressed in the bronze armor sat their eyes closed. This speed is quite fast. On average I get 1 crystal every day. The hunting plan till now has already lasted for half a year. Including last night's haul, that should be 98 crystals. Luo Feng smiled and opened his eyes. Another 2 more, that makes it 100.